To constantly be relevant and engaged requires thinking about things differently. MGMA is not only poised to meet the needs of both healthcare providers and patients, but also takes on an ever rapidly evolving industry faced with many challenges lying ahead.
Medical practice administrators and executives are frontline leaders in a complex system. It's by placing the emphasis on that trusted care relationship that they're an integral part of the system's success, today and into the future. Never before has the business of healthcare administration been more crucial and necessary. And for MGMA, they're doing things differently. They have a vision for the future to make healthcare administration exciting and relevant, leading the way for medical group practices to innovate and create meaningful change.
Business is the lever arm that moves the world. And if I could engage my experience in medicine with business, then I think we could really cause change, a positive change in the world. And I think that's with medical practice administrators and executives. They represent the lever arm to move healthcare, and that's why I think it's such an intriguing career right now.
It's an intriguing and challenging time within healthcare, and for MGMA's Chief Operating Officer, Todd Evanson, he says that it's this complex and ever-evolving nature of the industry that drew him to it.
When I work here at MGMA, I recognize that we have a national impact and we can change how healthcare is delivered in this country. So for me, instead of working at a practice and delivering, and partnering with a physician on how patients are taken care of every day, we can influence the macro environment in terms of payment reform, influence the industry based upon our data, how we can impact how the federal government and others understand how medical practice works.
And MGMA knows that it's in medical practices that patients generally receive the most effective and personalized health care.
We're really starting to see in healthcare that the most expensive place to deliver health care to people is in hospitals, and the best place to deliver it is in the medical practice. So we're starting to see that shift, that recognition, that growth.
All of MGMA's products and services aim to make sure that as many practices as possible across the U.S. are functioning to their fullest potential.
I know a lot of physicians and practice managers firsthand, and I know that they lose sleep. You lose sleep over how hard it is with all of these new regulations, and all that you want to do is help people, and yet you're dealing with HR issues in your office. We lose sleep over that too. And we lose sleep thinking about how can we free up more of your time to do what you need to do.
By focusing on freeing up physicians' time, MGMA is ultimately helping to create better outcomes for patients who can be confident their doctor's attention is on them.
It's not about getting rid of any of it. It's not that the payers are bad. It's not that the physicians don't want to do quality care. It's what are we imposing on them so that they can't do what they intended to do, which is care for patients every day. And I think you and I want nothing more than our physicians to have a relationship with us, to build that relationship.
MGMA empowers medical group practices to innovate and create meaningful change. Their goal is to be a resource for members and their organizations, and also to showcase medical practice administration as an exciting career path for young professionals.
I think about it as practice administration. The complexity of what we do within a medical practice is no longer really the domain of a manager. It really requires an administrator or an executive.
We are working on building out very specific career pathways to help individuals understand what kind of classes they need to take to pursue medical group practice administration, what types of certifications are out there, how to work through some of the different processes that we have here at MGMA, and just give them sort of this breadth of information to empower them to feel confident that there's this career in front of them.
For us, what that means is we need to work harder and faster to train and to educate this next generation, to get them excited about what healthcare means, to get excited about running a practice well and efficiently, understanding what changes are to come and how to still deal in the old system as well.
The marketplace for employees and consumers is constantly changing, And MGMA has made it one of its top priorities to make sure every aspect of its organization is up to date, whether it's the curriculums it offers, the services on its website, or the types of memberships it offers.
An example would be there was a consolidation of medical group practice as an example. Groups were getting bigger and the needs changed as a function of that. So when we thought about our organization, well, instead of maybe signing up as an individual member, maybe we can make an opportunity to create an organizational membership where everybody within that institution could find the value proposition that MGMA represents.
MGMA's strategy is to implement ongoing change in order to recruit and stay relevant for their long-term members all the way through to millennials.
We had a choice. We had a choice that we could remain exactly where we were, or we could change. And we made the choice to change, to not just report on healthcare, but actually lead healthcare. And that's the journey that we're on right now.